I thought the light would work, but I'll just block it, I guess. I don't know. What's up, y'all? Now, the only anime I've recently been talking about is Hunter x Hunter, but I actually want to talk about One Piece too, and a whole bunch of other animes and mangas and stuff like that. I'll be giving like reviews and stuff like that too, which I might do one on Chainsaw Man. I've checked the manga out a little bit at the beginning before like the anime came out, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I was just paying attention to other mangas and stuff like that. So the main topic of this video is what is the One Piece? Ignore the bonnet, by the way. I think it was cool. That's why I wore it. But the One Piece, to me, it's not that it's treasure, but it's the truth of everything, the truth of knowledge, the truth of what this world in the One Piece world became to be. To me, it seems like the world government and the Navy are like treating, regular people like slaves somewhat. And the reason why I like One Piece so much is because of the government. It's because of the government and the Navy that makes me want to like be like, man, like this is such a interesting world to be in. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people don't like One Piece specifically because it's too long. It's like if you don't get over that, dog. Like I like stories that are still continuing on and on and on and on because the anticipation only gets better. You're like, oh my goodness, what is the One Piece? Like, we've been trying to figure out the One Piece for over 20 plus years now, and we still don't know. But as we're continuing on to this next and last arc, the truth is starting to come out more and more, especially with Dr. Vegapunk. So I find it very interesting to to question about the One Piece. Like I said, I think it's the truth and I think it's the knowledge. The truth is, I, I don't even know. Like I can't even question it. I can't. I can't question it. They hide it so well. It's like you really just don't know. When we got that backstory from what's it called? From we got Odin's backstory, and it got us to know Roger and the the crew, that crew at first, the Roger pirate crew. And you got to see a little bit of Shanks. You got to see a little bit of Buggy. You got to see a little bit of Relay. I'm sorry if I can't say his name right. This is all live and on the whim, but it's all just a discussion. Hopefully, some people, will try to, ask some questions, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. I'm gonna have to like. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm probably gonna reread One Piece once again because it's making me kind of sad that One Piece is sort of about to end. I mean, we might have like 5 more years left with this arc because the Wano arc, the Wano arc was like, I think it was like 5 years long. I believe 5 years long. Big Mom arc was about 3 years long. The Kaido 101, it was about 4 to 5 years. I remember it first starting too, and I was just waiting for it to end. And, do I think it was a little bit long than what it should have been? Yes. But the backstories that they gave us, the Pong, I can't even say the names. I don't want to fuck up. The Pong, I can't even say it. But, the secret wordings of how to find the truths and discoveries of the world is some of the best things that they could have put on there. And, with Blackbeard and Tra and Law, Tra Law, with Law fighting, and then you got Luffy going to Dr. Vegapunk's island, and they're discovering this robot that was probably from the past, from over 100 years ago. And with the recent chapters of, the famous, he wasn't an author, but hold on. As I realized, when you're going live, you can pause a little bit more. If I was making a full-on video, I mean, who cares really? Like, are we going to really go up to a video and be like, oh man, this wasn't perfect? No videos are perfect. About to say, let me look at the chapter, because this was like, this latest chapter that came out last week was really, really, really like, oh shit, like a lot of shit is going down. First of all, is Sabo dead? And who is that? And who is that being too? Is that their power? Like, is One Piece about to become like, it's not, One Piece is not a regular type of, humanistic world, obviously. When you have the devil fruits and you got Armanet Haki and you got all of that shit, Conqueror's Haki, you know, that power system. But is it about to go to a even bigger power system? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that thing literally destroyed a whole country. Like, are we about to see gods and shit in One Piece? Like, are we about to see immortal gods in One Piece? And like, I don't even know. Like, are we even going to be in ships anymore? Like, I just find it crazy what's going on. Like, One Piece is getting very exciting. I wish people would get back to One Piece, but you know how people are. They not gonna really watch it. It's really gonna take them to have people be like, One Piece has ended. It's the best anime, best manga, which I don't believe it's the best anime or manga. It's in that category when it comes to Shonen Jump, though. I'll give it that. You gotta respect One Piece. I mean, you have to respect One Piece. Like, One Piece, it's a beautiful, beautiful story. Let me look. So, in this recent chapter 1066, Robin and Vegapunk are talking to each other because obviously Robin's planet, obviously her hometown got destroyed because she had so many books of secrets. And the professor that had all those books and that started a revolution with some of the smartest human beings in the world, they got the Buster call because the Navy doesn't want any of the truth to come out. And who do you think that guy was that called that Buster call? Akainu. Kainu, obviously. The big ass giant man is still alive. Forget his name. Don't worry, guys. Well, next time I will come a little bit more prepared. But like, I just thought I should just make a video about this real quick because I really want to like understand what the One Piece is myself. Let me try to give you my whole opinion about what the One Piece is, and it could sound crazy. It could sound delusional. I already said the truth and knowledge, but I feel like it's more than that. Because if it's just treasure, then that would just be dumb. Like, why why would I give a fuck about treasure? I could have just had a whole bunch of treasures when I went to a whole bunch of different hometown cities and shit like that. So it's more than just that. Like, what is more powerful? What is more powerful than the truth and knowledge, if you really want to question that? Is it a map? Is it a documentation? Something's going on. Like with Roger, he was obviously the strongest pirate. Whitebeard was second. Then you had my other man, Shiki. He was third. Then you could go to Big Mom, Kaido, and the rest of the Rock Pirates and stuff like that. We still need to know more about the Rock Pirates. Like I still want to have there's so much more that we need to unfold with One Piece. And I wish they could, diversify the characters by not just showing Luffy and, his crew. I love their crew, but I want to see more of Blackbeard. I want to see more of Shanks. I want to see more of, the worst generation, which, we got to see half of them with the Wano art. But that could possibly be the only time we see them or something like that, or the only time we see their characters being explored that much, which, I mean, it's okay, but, I just want to see more details and more chapters on different characters and different crews, especially Blackbeard's crew, because I find Blackbeard one of the most interesting One Piece characters in the story. This is the same guy that, he was a kid, his parents are gone, he goes to the Whitebeard crew for basically his whole teenage to young adult life, kills one of the guys that have the fruits that he wanted, gets that, captures Ace, sends him to the government. The government puts this man on an execution trial for Whitebeard to literally come out and have war with the Navy. Then comes out of nowhere when everything is going down. Ace is already dead now because Luffy came out and you see how it all syncs together. Like all of these characters are just coming in together, and the interaction is beautiful to me. What would Blackbeard do if he had the One Piece for real? What would he do if he had the truth and knowledge? Like, what if he got the One Piece? That's the crazy part. Obviously, we know Luffy's gonna become Pirate King. We know that. He's the main character. I would honestly be shocked if it wasn't him being the Pirate King. It would be pretty interesting. People would definitely be disappointed, more disappointed than the Attack on Titan last chapter. I don't know what people were trying to expect from that. Like, what did you expect? This dude was killing millions of people. He was doing all of that sacrifice just to end the Titans in general. But we're not going to get onto Attack on Titan right now. We can get into that later. This is about One Piece. This is solely about One Piece. And I know I've been, jumping around and trying to talk about different things about One Piece, but I really can't find an answer for what the One Piece truly is. And I don't think anybody else can, because we're not the creator. And sometimes you got to even question, does Oda even know what the One Piece is? Because when you have such an anticipation for a story that you created for so long, you have to you have to really figure out what your ending is going to be. You have to figure out if your ending is going to match with the story at the end of the day. Because if it doesn't, you're going to leave a whole bunch of fans disappointed. You're going to have them think that they've wasted 20 years just for some bullshit little One Piece treasure. Like, it has to be something that really shocks the world. And I'm talking about the real world. Like, Twitter is literally going to have to trend for this. That's what I mean. And, it's not disappointing so far because every arc, we're getting new truths coming out every time. That's what I like about that. That's what I like about One Piece. You don't have government systems as dominant and as powerful, and you don't have the newspaper, like you don't have all those political parties in animes like that, which is why I fuck with One Piece so much. I love this story. I do. I really do. That's why I'm so passionate right now. I'm trying to literally give you guys an answer of what the One Piece is, or an opinion about what the One Piece is. But all I can really say is the truth. It's the truth about the whole world and how it was created. Now, my other question would be, why isn't the Navy getting to the One Piece first? Why are they just leaving it there? Now, Garp, the Navy hero, and Rengoku, the former Navy admiral, like the main guy, even Akainu, and all the other admirals and stuff like that. Why aren't they going to the One Piece treasure first? If it's such a big deal, if they don't want any pirates going over there to find the One Piece, why haven't they appeared over there yet? They should have already appeared over there when Roger figured out the One Piece first. They're lucky that Roger never even told Whitebeard what the real One Piece was. Like, now that I'm thinking deeply, it's going through my mind, and I'm just like, oh shit. Like, it makes you start asking questions like, if it was really a big deal, why didn't they do the Buster Call on that island, Laugh-Tale Island? Now you got to think about that. You got to think about stuff like that. You got to think deeper like that. The mysteries is what makes this show really interesting. Curiosity is what gets people, and this is what he's gained. And I got to give credit to Oda about that. It's definitely something that has to be solved, and hopefully I can talk to other anime fans and One Piece fans and One Piece content creators about the One Piece. I'm not saying I'm the best content creator. I just started. I'm humble enough to admit that, and I'm also humble enough to realize that I still have a lot of work to do, and a lot of rereading to do too about One Piece. Because if I'm being honest, I've only watched One Piece. I've watched One Piece a couple of years ago. Like, I finally started the One Piece journey, and I finished 900 episodes in like 2 months. Yeah, I was going in on there. And literally the best arcs was Impel Down and the Marineford War. Those were literally the best ones because it's the beginning of the new pirate era. everything changed drastically after the Marineford arc. I wish Ace wouldn't have died, but it seems like his death played an important role to the story because to the Navy, they probably believed that Ace knew what the One Piece was. But I mean, he was only 20 to 21 years old. So, no, you don't. So, with Kaido being defeated, will we see Kaido again? Is Kaido even dead? Who knows? Is Big Mom dead? Who knows? I can tell you this though, we might go through a huge ass war. It's gonna be probably one of the biggest wars in anime history, this last arc. That's what it's giving me. Because you finally have Shanks that sees Luffy as now a rival. You see him as a rival now. This man defeated an emperor, which makes him an emperor. This man has Gear 5, which who knows who the hell can stop that shit other than Shanks. We could see Luffy versus Shanks. We can see Luffy versus Blackbeard. We can see Luffy and Shanks versus Blackbeard and his crew. With, you know, you got Kuzan and shit like that. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, I'm going to just say it like this. We might be going through one of the best last arcs in anime and manga history with One Piece coming out with this last arc. This is going to take at least 2 to 3 to 4 years to finish, possibly even 5. Because if you're going to have all the truths laid out, and if you're going to have all these fights laid out, and if you're going to have this war laid out, because you got to remember, the Navy's not just going to let these pirates do whatever they want. Like, you might even see you might see the Navy and this, you know, god being Inu or something like that. You might see that versus the pirates, or you might just see every pirate crew for themselves, plus the Navy and the government coming at you out of nowhere. So just remember something like that. Like, I'm very excited to see what goes on. Like, I don't know how many times I can say that, but with the recent chapters going on and with Dr. Vegapunk telling us the truth about the books and you know, all of that, we're getting closer and closer to the theories that people have already predicted. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna do some more One Piece content. In fact, I might do every arc review for the manga just because it's leading up to this last arc, and I like reading stories that are completely finished. Because at the same time, even though I read One Piece every week, excuse me, every time I finish it, I get kind of irritated because it's like, dang, I want to know more. So I'm gonna get back to y'all. I might drop another video. And give you a reason why I thought the Marineford and Impel Down was the best arc. Because to me, that actually dignified Luffy's character even more for me. That gave me more respect for Luffy. But I'm going to end this video. I hope to talk to you guys again. I'm actually having fun making these videos and discussions, and I can't wait for more viewerships to come out, because then we could figure out the One Piece itself, and you know, we could also figure out, you know, what's going to happen with Hunter x Hunter and shit like that in Boruto, and you know, Naruto, well, not Naruto, but Boruto, and then Dragon Ball Super. Like, there's so many good things that is happening right now. You know, we might get into Chainsaw Man. I might give Chainsaw Man a second chance. I might. No promises though. But yeah. I'm gonna talk to y'all later though. This is a good, fun video for me. So I'll see y'all next time.